Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Ascendant. Welcome to Reigning Tarot. For those that are new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for coming out and checking out the channel. If something doesn't resonate with you during the reading, don't sweat it. It wasn't meant for you at that moment. Let it go to the universe. For those returning, thank you for all your support, for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. It truly does help the channel grow, and I truly do appreciate it. Keeps my mug around a while longer, and hopefully I know you guys are helping me on my journey, and hopefully I'm helping you on yours. So Aries, we'll just do a quick prayer and then we'll get right into your reading. God, Goddesses, Universe, help me to be of service to Aries. Help me share with them thoughts and ideas that will make them happy, healed, and the best version of themselves. Okay, Aries, I drew one from your, to get an overall energy from the Energy Oracle. And you received the number 20 card, and that's the Envy card. So, Aries, this card upright is telling you to let go of the jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now is the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not you. Notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. So now is the time to move from a consciousness of lack to one of value. With this shift, all things change there, Aries. So if you can say this affirmation with me if you'd like. I let go of lack. I look at the blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction, and I am glad, and so it is. Okay, Aries, I also drew one from your divine guidance, okay? And you received the number 8 card, and that's the card of balance, Aries. So life is all about balance, and this card is here to help you create more balance in all aspects of your life. Work and play, relationship time and alone time, social time and quiet meditation, physical activity and rest, giving and receiving, feminine energy and masculine energy. Aries, balancing out each aspect of your life will enable you to give your energy to the world in a much more grounded and centered way. Okay, and so it is. So I'll throw these bad boys aside here for now. I also drew one from your Gateway of Light activation, and basically I just ask with the overall message that Aries is supposed to receive from the reading. And you received the Shambhala initiations, and it says retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. Okay. Throw that there. Hopefully you can see that all right. So when things quiet down in your life, Aries, know that this isn't failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. So Aries, when the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into your inner world. If you have been moving at full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat there, Aries. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period, Aries, so realize that there is a master awakening within you, and so it is. Okay, guys, so we're doing a 5-card spread, okay? And for the tarot, I'm using your angel wisdom, and for clarifiers, I'm using your animal spirit guides. So the first position in the 5-card spread is your current situation there, Aries. And you receive the ego card. And it says the illusion of being trapped, accept responsibility for your situation, and then make choices that support your path to happiness, addictions, or unhealthy habits. So Archangel Michael comes to the rescue here, Aries. With this sword of light, he frees you from limiting beliefs and destructive behaviors. So often the perception of entrapment is an illusion. A person can become so used to their situation they can't see the possibilities for change or for getting free of unhappy circumstances. So your ego would have you stay where you are with your thoughts, and you're not good enough to make your dreams come true. And it's safer just to stay here. It could be worse out there. If you're unhappy, then it's a guarantee that the universe wants you to make some changes and will do whatever it can to help, Aries. So But the choice to make changes, to take the first baby steps, is entirely up to you. So this card can also reflect someone who is overly focused on the acquisition of wealth or material things, probably as a way to fill a spiritual or emotional void within. Addictions or overexposure to unhealthy food, substances, or people can also be present there as well, Aries, okay? So for a clarifier for your current situation there, for the ego card, Aries, you receive the meek rat. Get support from a trusted group or of like-minded friends. So the people in your life would love to offer their support to you, Aries. Your only job is to receive it and indeed sometimes even ask for it. So those whom you feel closest to and trust the most are the individuals you can rely on to be there for you, especially when you really need it. So people who are dealing with dire illness and have the support of friends and family members usually fare the best. However, you certainly don't need to experience such an extreme situation to take advantage of the love and care that others have to offer you, Aries. So, Aries, write down a list of the names of people you trust the most, and then go back through it and identify 3 traits in each of these individuals that make you trust them. When you're finished, you'll not only have a good idea of the qualities in those that you rely on, but also a clear notion of the characteristics that make a person trustworthy in your eyes. So Aries, sure, you have been burned or disappointed at one time or another when you've trusted someone and were let down or betrayed, or everyone has experiences, right, in life. So now you may be afraid that if you let others in and count on them for support, something similar will happen. So those memories, consciously or subconsciously, will not only filter out any chance of being disappointed or hurt, but will also serve to keep others who are trustworthy at a distance, Aries, okay? So look under that filter and listen to what your gut instinct tells you about a particular individual. How do they match up with the list of characteristics you find trustworthy? So take a chance, Aries, and let yourself receive love and support, and so it is. Okay, guys, so I'll throw these bad boys over here. So your second position in the 5-card spread is your desires of the situation there, Aries. And here, just one sec here. And you received the 2 of fire, and it says, taking the next step, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, and continue to move forward. So all of your hard work is really starting to show rewards there, Aries. In fact, it's time to expand your effort and take things to the next level. This is more about the short-term future. The long-term concerns will show themselves soon enough. So you've taken a few chances with great success, and you should continue to do so, Aries. So take a close look at what's worked for you in the past and keep those lessons in mind and dream big, Aries. Dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before. It's also possible that expansion for you means either hiring people, entering a partnership with someone else, or taking courses in whatever you're working on. So remember, this doesn't have to be business. Anything you're passionate about could be indicated by this card, Aries. So for your angel wisdom, the message of balance reminds us of the power that comes from the combined efforts of people from different backgrounds. So Archangel Zadkiel can help you blend ideas with dazzling results there, Aries, and so it is. And like I always say, you know, if we have our own free will and free, choice to make our own decisions. So the angels and your ancestors, they're not going to come in unless you ask them for help, right? So, when you do ask them for help, give the gratitude as well, right? Because they're always around us. They're here to help you and throughout your whole entire journey in life, right? So just remember that when you think you have no one, you always have them, right? Okay, so Aries, so you clarifier for your desires for the 2 of fire, you receive the Manti. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So there are times to fight for what you believe in and times to lay down your sword and surrender, Aries. If you or a family were in immediate danger, it would be quite natural to defend yourself by either fleeing or fighting, right? Whether through action or words. So extreme situations may even require extreme measures there, Aries. There are definitely wrongs to make right in situations where the spiritual warrior in you must take the lead. However, this is not the case here. What will work best for all concerned is for you to surrender and accept things the way they are, yield in order to overcome. So lay down your sword, Aries, not in defeat or in self-sacrifice, but from a realization that this isn't the fight you want or need to engage in. As the saying goes, choose your battles, Aries. This is definitely not one to waste your time and energy on. So, you can always say the serenity prayer out loud. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, so let go of your righteousness and your ego's need for control and find that peace of mind that you so cherish, excuse me, and have available simply by choosing it, Aries. Excuse me. So for your third position in the 5-card spread there, Aries, is your helpful messages for the situation. All right. And you receive transformation, and it says a significant life experience that requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination and releasing old belief systems. All right. So Archangel Samuel, the eyes of God, can help you see what changes you need to make there, Aries. He also offers a hint that the time for change is now. So people tend to instinctively know when it's time for big changes in their lives. They may act on those instincts, or they might try to ignore them out of fear or of uncertainty. So one thing is for sure, Aries, the necessary changes will happen. Either they can come about through your will and action, or you can wait for the universe to make them for you. This is usually less drama if you just take the reins but the choice is yours, right? So big events in your life are imminent. Rest assured that those changes will lead you toward greater happiness. However, the initial disruption might be a bit of a roller coaster ride at first there, Aries. So have faith, believe in the process, know that you are loved, and that confronting any challenges will be completely worth it. As the saying goes, prior to after the rainstorm, there's always the rainbow, right? And the sun always comes out. Where there's light, there's darkness. Where there's darkness, there's light. So even though we're going through these trials and tribulations, we know that once we get through that there are better things to come into our life, there are better things to happen. But you have to go through those. You got to go through the darkness to get to the light, right? Okay, Aries. So for confirmation card for your transformation, for your helpful messages, you receive the Weasel. So be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you, Aries. Okay? So take a deep breath and release it slowly. Then take another and another, Aries. Continue to breathe steadily and slowly from your belly to your chest. Breathing this way will keep you attuned to what you feel in your body. So notice the sensations without judging or trying to change them. Be aware of how your body responds to what you see, hear, and feel around you, Aries. Don't judge any of your experiences as right or wrong. If you find that you're doing so, take another deep breath, release the judgments as you exhale, and return simply to observing your experience inside and out. So when you practice this way of observing, you're operating from pure awareness of the witness self, the self that radiates through and fills your being. It's the self that feels a deep connection with the world as a participant, while at the same time is centered in the observer. So operating this way for a few minutes each day becomes a meditation and will stimulate the realization of the unity of all life, with you serving as a direct conduit and expression of spirit. So when you're connected to spirit, Aries, the natural world speaks to you, and you become sensitive to the energies of the earth. So awareness without meditation or judgment, centered in your heart and your soul, allows you to know your authentic self without attaching concepts about who you are, the pure you. Okay? Okay, guys. So for the fourth position in the 5-card spread is your challenges of the situation, Aries. All right, and you received the King of Air, and it says intellect, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remaining objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. So, Aries, you were one smart cookie. The Queen of Air, however, is arguably a tiny bit smarter. Don't look so insulted. It's just that her intelligence comes with the experience of emotion behind it, and yours, well, not so much. This is not to say you don't have a heart, but let's face it, you got it walled off pretty good. So as an advisor, executive, public speaker, or college professor, no one is your equal. However, as a spouse or father, you're pretty much emotionally unavailable. Sometimes that would be romantic. Prospects would do well to keep in mind in case emotion is on their must-have list for a partner. Still, you have plenty of positive attributes there, Aries. You are brilliant, fair-minded, principled, respected, and running over with fresh ideas. You teach people to speak their truth in a way that they can understand. When it comes to competition, you prefer to defeat your opponent than with words over ironically sorts. So if you're on your way, in your own way, you love your spouse and children. You just have an oddly unemotional way of showing it. Your primary focus with children is their intellectual development, presumably leaving all that icky emotional stuff for your spouse to handle. So you're a fair and level-headed boss. You probably have a lot of employees, none of whom even know your spouse's name. So words of awareness, try to show a little emotion. People aren't calculations. Yes, you're smart, but that doesn't mean you're better than everyone else. And, additional meanings to this card, Aries, can also mean unemotional relationships, situations where feelings can't be considered, public speaking, military, okay, government, the law. All right. So for a clarifier on your challenges for the King of Air, you receive the Snow Leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Okay. So this all goes back to balance and maybe doing a little bit of Dark Night of the Soul and checking out the ego and things like that. So it can be difficult these days to spend time in solitude, to unplug, get off the electronic grid, and find a quiet place in or near nature, yet it's important to do so at this time, Aries. So turn off your phone, computer, television, if only for a few hours. Although you may feel a little anxious and restless when you do so at first, these feelings will pass, Aries. Use this time for contemplation and meditation. It's not isolation, it's solitude. So solitude is a conscious and loving choice to be alone for a period of time, while isolation is a habitual and reflexive coping pattern to avoid discomfort and intimacy. So if possible, take a full day by yourself or just do whatever you feel like doing. So Aries, whatever the length of time you spend in solitude, be sure to write as often as you can in your journal. If you should feel guilty or anxious about the thought of doing this, or even while you're actually doing it, use your breath to help you relax. As much as you possibly can during this period of alone time, remind yourself to breathe and relax, Aries. Whenever you notice your breathing becoming shallow, take 3 or 4 slow, deep breaths and watch how your tension and anxiety dissipate. So enjoy the feeling of having the sacred space of solitude surrounding you, and remember, you're never really alone, Aries, okay? And so it is. Okay, guys, so for the last position, your final position in the 5-card spread is your outcome to the situation. And you received the 5 of Fire. Conflict with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from a drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself and very ambitious people. So sometimes life brings challenges, Aries. There might be a conflict with others, or perhaps you're fixated on a particular emotional struggle. This can be caused by people who have different goals or values than you, and the resulting clash of wills. So success is possible during this time, but it takes a lot of effort on your end there, Aries. You might enjoy this type of challenge, or it may wear you out. Consider this: while these challenges may seem to be coming from outside you, sometimes the law of attraction can bring people into your life who mirror unresolved issues from within. So take a moment and do a little internal check to determine if this issue is them or actually you. So this card can also indicate a challenge of light nature, like authentic competitions, contests at work, playful rivalries, or opportunities to prove yourself to peers. For your angel wisdom, now is an important time to embrace the message of renewal. As you review what might be driving your actions at this time, Aries, Archangel Jeremiah can help you see what the past and present reflect about your future. And so it is. Okay, so finally but not least there, Aries, you have the Clarifier for your 5 of Fire for your outcome. You received the Spider card. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So the pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, Aries, triggering a unfamiliar, compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing. So whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experiences or the imagination of your fertile mind, each day sit yourself down and pour out the words that come to you. Don't ponder each sentence or paragraph, just write whatever wants to be written through you. So Aries, to inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profoundly complex tale. Start by describing a personal experience, one where you gain some insight that may also be useful for others. However, don't focus on how people will respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without judging your work or yourself. Write to express, not to impress, Aries. So in attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted either with others' needs for time and attention or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are the product of judgments and shame that you were subjected to during childhood. A powerful way to release these habitual and self-limiting thoughts and feelings is to write about them in a story form. So as you do so, don't hold back anything, Aries. Through such a catharsis, you heal those wounds that had originally wounded you, Aries. Okay, and so it is. Okay, guys, so that's it for your 5-card reading there. I also did a past, present, future little mini love reading there. So for that, I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart there, Aries, okay? So for your past, you received dreams coming true, and that's the number 9 card. So this is a card of contentment and wishes being fulfilled. It suggests that you're now entering a time of peace, joy, and satisfaction. So be clear about how you want your relationships to look like, because your wishes may be granted soon, Aries. Remember to be open to receiving all that the universe is sending your way, and express gratitude when your dreams come true. Then sit back and enjoy. So this card is also about feeling good, both emotionally and physically. So engage in activities that bring you pleasure. Take a friend to an upscale restaurant, share a luxurious bubble bath with your partner, or enjoy an ice cream cone with a child. So activities that make you happy will tell the universe to send you more joyful abundance. This will aid in your fulfillment, so go ahead and indulge yourself there, Aries, and so it is. Okay, so for your present, you received the Change Your Focus card, and that's the number 5 card there, Aries. So some disappointment and sadness are inevitable. How you deal with it determines on the quality of your life. It may be that you recently experienced a loss, perhaps the end of a friendship or a failed romance. Maybe your family isn't providing the support you need, or you regret decisions you've made. Any number of situations can cause unhappiness. So when relationships don't turn out the way you expected, it's natural to feel upset and hurt. However, it's not healthy to remain in that state for too long. When this card appears, it's time to put those sorrows behind you and shift your focus to what is good and positive in your life, Aries. So appreciate the people who love you and your ability to give love to others. Take stock of what brings you joy, and taking charge of your own happiness is the key here, Aries. Focus on what you have and are thankful for, and attract more of the same there, Aries, okay? And so it is. Okay, so for your future, you received the Find Balance card. Go figure, eh? Number 2 card. So you may find that matters of the heart require extra effort at this time, Aries. More and more demands may be placed upon you, requiring you to juggle your attention. So family gatherings, school commitments, requests for assistance, and obligations may arise within a short period of time. So just remember, breathe, and to be flexible there, Aries. Adapt your approach to each situation at hand, and know that you have the ability to keep everything and everyone in balance, Aries, okay? So you may have also be called upon to play the role of mediator. So this is a time for compassion and understanding, and you are up to the task. So work with people individually, give each position equal consideration, help all involved to understand another viewpoint, and find middle ground, Aries. Finally, in order to maintain balance, you yourself must be in balance. So it's vital that you take the time for you, Aries, and so it is. If we don't take that self-care, and everyone gets caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, and they're you're helping this person, you're helping that person, but you forget the number one person that you need to take care of, and that's yourself. Because if you're not any good like with yourself, you're not going to be any good to anyone else there, right, Aries? Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, if there's something that didn't resonate with you, don't sweat it. It wasn't meant for you at the moment. Let it go to the universe. I'll just go through the cards here, see what kind of numbers we got for you here, Aries. And you know, I listen to different readers as well. And a lot of times I forget that, you know, we're divinely guided to, you know, readings and stuff like that, because there's obviously messages the divine wants us to hear. You know, and I'll be listening to a reading and I'll be like, well, fuck, nothing resonated with me, right? And, you know, but then I'll go back, right, and kind of keep an open mind, and, you know, then I'll hear the message that I'm supposed to hear, right? And it's usually something I don't want to hear, and, you know, which is understandable why I didn't hear it, right? Okay, Aries, so for numbers, we got 3 2s and 2 5s, okay? All right, guys, thanks for coming out. Thanks for checking out the channel. Like I said, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It keeps my mug around a while longer. And, you know you guys are helping me on my journey, and hopefully I'm helping you on yours. So, yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for checking out the channel. So be good to yourself and be good to others. And namaste.